John Dingell was a teenager when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor in 1941, but he was already serving his country as a congressional page. This week, the Democrat begins his 8th year as a member of the House of Representatives.
At age 87, he is the longest-serving member of Congress in history. This morning, he writes about his personal connection to Pearl Harbor in our note to self.
John, you have no idea of all that you will do and all that you will become. You will see much of the best and the worst times of our beloved nation. Throughout your childhood, your mother is and always will be the heart and soul of the family. Your father will teach you the tenets of a thing called social justice, that men and women can take actions to promote the common good. While the phrase isn't used as much as it used to be, you will still find that it carries great meaning. You'll be a witness to history throughout your entire life, and at times you will know it, and at times you will only realize it by looking back. Walking into the United States Capitol the day your dad was sworn in, you'll remember it as being the biggest room that you'd ever been in. The majesty and the magic of that place is never going to expire. And you will feel it as you stand in the same room as a House page at age 15.
A state of war.
When President Franklin Delano Roosevelt addresses Congress following the attack on Pearl Harbor.
A date which will live in infamy.
3 years after, you will join the Army and go off to fight that same war. The country is united, and you know the cause is just. You received your orders to be a part of the first wave into Japan. Or to prove deadly to your brothers in arms. As you prepare for the fight, Second Lieutenant John Dingell is ultimately spared by the dropping of a terrible bomb that will change the world. You'll study law. You'll travel the nation. And one of the great joys of your life will be your time spent as a National Park Ranger, working to protect this nation's land, water, and wildlife. You'll lose your dad, who is dear to you, far too early. Many of your father's supporters will ask you to continue his service, and you will, and your life will carry forward on a path of public service. From your time as a boy to your early years in Congress, you will stand on the shoulders of giants like your dad, and they'll teach you that compromise is not a dirty word, but rather it is the honorable cornerstone of democracy. To this very day, and now more than ever, these words ring true in all that you will do. From the moment you take office, you will continue your father's work to create a national health insurance system.
And John Dingell of Michigan.
You will preside at the passage of Medicare. Achieving national health care is going to take longer, but it will become a reality. Even in the darkest of times, keep at it. You will be successful. And boy, your dad will be proud. You'll meet more than a dozen U.S. presidents, and you'll find ways of working with each of them to help the people you serve. Your greatest blessing will be 4 children, and your beautiful, loyal, and loving wife, your best friend, Deborah. You'll always have a fire in your belly. In a Congress and a nation divided, you will always work from the center. Understanding this is tremendously valuable, especially in a place so full of bickering politics and infighting. There will always be work left to do, and there will never be enough hours in the day. But with God's help, you will try. Our people still need public servants. With every good wish, John.
That was lovely, John Dingell. So going from witnessing history to making history.
And a reminder about compromise. Yes.
Beautiful man. You're watching CBS This Morning from Washington. We'll be right back.
CBS Tuesday.